Welcome, everybody. Apart from the technical difficulties, they're actually removed us from the stage instead of adding us. Big up to everybody who's coming in. It is an emergency meeting. It's something that we just came up with less than an hour ago and said we have to go live. We were watching separately, but at the same time watching the GOONERS stream. I don't know if he's still going. And Aaron was on trying to argue his case against two of the fucking tippity toppy Gooners. One of them I've never seen before. The other one, that African Gooner. And I was enraged, and I messaged Views and said I can't watch it anymore, and he said the same. And we said we just have to go live because this. I know I roast them every day, and so does Views, and we go through it, but it just hit me. They're getting out of fucking control now. They're getting out of control. It's just the nonsense that they're coming out with, defending mediocrity. I heard one of them say, you know, when Aaron put it to him that Wenger won the double in his first full season. Oh, but who was he up against? Only against Alex Ferguson and one of the greatest teams England's ever seen that were in the process of dominating English football. They would have gone on and won 6-7 in a row. We wouldn't have stopped them. They were also up against Liverpool, who were good back then. Liverpool with Fowler, McManaman, a rake of top players. Michael Owen was breaking through. There was the Leeds team that was growing under David O'Leary with Robbie Keane and Lee Bowyer and Ian Hart and Mark Viduka. The league, and they had Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, in fact. So the league was even more stacked back then. In fact, we've gone through recently top scorers and stuff from back then. The league was more stacked then and harder to win. So it enraged me. Harry Kuehl, exactly. And these top Gooners were out of control. Views, you were watching it as well, man. I mean, what the fuck's going on here, mate? What's going on here at this stage?
Like I said to you backstage, I just had to take a touch, as Deluded would say, and just stop typing. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, there was a mod in there that was like, you know, coming way offside. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me just put it that way, just getting way offside. You know, if you can't win an argument, then let's start with the insults. Do you know what I mean? That was a mod on the channel as well. The other fella, I don't have a clue who that is. I've never seen him a day in my life. Excuse me, African Gooner, whatever his name is. I've seen him on Dan's channel. I normally mute him, and that was the reason why he normally gets muted. I think we have to make space for a new disciple, bro. Do you know what I mean? We have to get the African Gooner in there, you know, like. And I was just saying in the chat, I'm trying to be respectful as possible. Enablers, apologists, because this is what they are. This but you know. And the other fella, I've never seen him before in my life. Don't even know his name, talking about, oh, I can now go and watch the team play. Like all of a sudden, we're, you know, it's Wenger ball or something. Like this guy, bro, it's like it's the same old stuff. I was saying in the comments, if I was doing Top Gooner Bingo, I could have had a full house like ages ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Even DG was saying it, and all respect to DG, you know what I mean? You know, I think he's a balanced fan, but with these guys, like it's just like I can't find any other words, like respectful ones. Big up everyone in the chat. I can't find any respectful words for these guys except for enablers. Yeah, apologists, cultists is probably the most disrespectful. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be respectful as a mod in the chat. But these guys are just unbelievable, bro. The levels. Oh, but we beat, man. You know, we've got to a semi-final in the Champions League. Yeah, but we didn't win anything. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Fucking standards.
How old are these people, Shane?
Like the fucking standards. Like they they dropped the standards so much. And it really is. It's like that's why I said to you, it's out of control, because it feels out of control now. They are so desperate that they are just saying anything that will back this manager. Your man said, if we don't, you know, if we don't win something next year, or if we can't break a low block next year, then the signings for Arteta were wrong, right? So he still couldn't fucking bring himself to say. So he's giving this guy all the time in the world just to break down a low block, just to figure out how to break down a low block. I had Christian say it to me. Oh yeah, but teams play a low block against us. They played against Liverpool. They played against City. Newcastle faced low blocks. Any top team faces low blocks. It is same nonsense. So, and that's why I put up the comment that how come it's Arteta when it's something good and it's we when it's something negative? Because it's never his fault, and they don't even realize they're doing it. He needs the board need to get him his striker. We lost to City. Arteta beat his tactics, beat Madrid. It's always moving the fucking goalpost, man.
Always. And you were saying it in the chat, moving the goalpost, and that's what's going to happen again. Even after what you just called out, that same situation where they were saying, well, if that happens, we've got to talk about things or blah blah blah. Guarantee when that happens, there'll be more context that they want to add on to it. But you've got to understand that it's a business. I don't have to understand nothing. I'm not a shareholder, bro. You know what I'm saying? I spend money. I'm a fan. You understand? I'm not a shareholder, bro. So what am I getting back? But we never do this and we never do that, and we always take long. And calm down for what? It's been half a flipping decade, a decade, and he can't beat a low block, and he's telling us to calm down. Like, calm down. Like, who are we gonna get? All of our targets getting swooped up by every other team. Calm down. Don't tell me how to support my team.
Yeah, I fucking hate that, man. It's insulting when they do that.
I'm not in your chat telling you do this and that, and you're doing drugs and things like that. Like, it's bro, my head was gone. I had to go to the garden, bro. I had to.
That African Gooner said that we were 1 win away from Havertz being our greatest ever signing. 1 win away.
I must have missed that part. I must have missed that.
He said that. He said we were 1 win away from Havertz being our greatest ever signing. And Aaron said, what? And he goes, if we had won the league last season, one different game, we'd be talking about Havertz like he's our greatest ever signing. No, we wouldn't. We watch football. We watch him play. We know he's shit. It's got nothing to do. John O'Shea won several league titles. It doesn't make him a great player. He played in a great team. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking bollocks. Well, I'll say hello to the chat because we already got 31 people in the house. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to views. But I'm pretty sure if you're here, you already do. But if you don't, make sure you do. White Tyson, first ever emergency stream. And I'm telling you, it is the first ever emergency stream I've done. And I don't know if it's the first one you've done, dude.
I've never done one.
Because we had enough. we were watching that fucking dross, and it's just, they've gotten out of control, man. And I know I go for them every day, and views does as well. And we're trying to fight the good fight, but it's so damaging to the club. These people telling everybody that everything's okay. And big up to Gavin L, absolute legend. Vigilante's in the house, of course, saying big up to the Dennis Bergkamp and the mods. Mohammed's in the house, always in the house, saying big up, lads. What's the top gooners like Robbie, Babsy, Gal, Christian, and others being waffling about? It wasn't. There was two of them on Deluded's channel. They might still be on, but dear fucking God, man, the shit they were coming out with. All the stuff that me and Views have just mentioned that they said was in 10 minutes of watching. Just 10 minutes. God knows what else they're saying. Big up, why not, of course, absolute legend. And Ethan's in the house. We have O'Hanlon's in the house saying the dream team duo. Come on, you know it, man. You know. And of course, Joe's in the house. Joe's in the house saying, I've never rated Arteta views. And Shane Glasner, Eddie Howe, Nuno, all great managers and would have them any day instead of Arteta. Yep. It's funny how Tottenham have had several managers in Arteta's reign that I'd take. Conte, Nuno. You know what I mean? They've had managers that I'd take and they've sacked them. They've sacked managers that are better than ours. They still waffling. I just went back to check. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know how Aaron's doing it without getting mad. I really don't.
Big up Aaron. Big up Aaron, man. Big up Aaron.
He keeps his cool better than I can. Big up KLS in the house, man.
With the bin.
Views and any survivors of that DG train wreck. I'm telling you, man. I know these people have to have them on for other views, but it just proves that the only ones you can find of them they're fucking delusional, man. They're absolutely delusional. Desperation settings. The top gooners demise has begun. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it feels like. And big up to 13x. It is 13x. It's 13x. Ain't even, guys. Some people think that getting a striker will magically solve our problems and take us to major honours. It won't. I say this all the time, mate, and it's staggering. They seem to think that if the board get Arteta his striker, then the injuries go away, the shit wage budget goes away, the terrible football goes away, the unhappy players go away, Saliba's contract issues go. They're just they think they're playing a computer game. They think it's a computer game, man. Yeah. And big up to Toronto Gooner, absolute legend, and he's calling us the legend. You're a legend. Yasser's in the house saying, "What's the emergency, guys? Top Gooners, man. Top Gooners are the fucking emergency." We were watching them on Deluded, and it's just they're out of control, man. They really are absolutely out of control. Ethan saying Bergkamp is Arsenal's greatest ever signing, without a doubt, our greatest ever signing, our most important signing as well, man. Yeah, without our most important signing. Joe saying keep up the good work to Vigilante, man. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable, Vigilante, and he spits absolute facts. Topside hybrids and now saying Nico Williams to Barca. Another top gooner fantasy story dashed on the rocks. Yeah, I didn't want him anyway, especially on the wages he's on, and I don't see him being much of an upgrade on Martinelli, as bad as Martinelli is. as
No
bad as
way.
Martinelli is. I don't
Yeah.
see it. But listen, Views, you're right. I think we're going to have. We're in there somewhere, man. I don't know where we're going to put him, but we'll have to get him in. I might have to stretch it out a bit to fit him in. But big up to everybody that's in the chat already. Chris has just joined us as well, and AJ, of course, absolute legend. KLS is saying, Shane, I was about to ask for an impromptu stream on DG's chat, but thought, nah, leave the man alone. But here we are. Listen, great minds, man, great minds. So it wasn't just us that thought it was out of control. It wasn't just us. The big one, the big one, obviously, was the Havertz. You know, we were 1 win away from being not one of our greatest ever signing, right? So you can't even argue with these people. That's that you know nothing about football, right? You know nothing about football. Then it's Wenger's double. Who was he up against? Man United under Ferguson with Beckham, Giggs, Keane, Scholes, Sheringham, York, Cole.
Like the greatest Premier League years, bro. Like
Peter Schmeichel, possibly an argument for the greatest Premier League team of all time. That team. Oh yeah, yeah. And then the Leeds team, and then the Blackburn team, and then the Newcastle team, and then the list goes on. But Views, I mean, it really. I know, like I keep repeating myself. I know we joke about it on our shows and we try and bring them to life, but I mean, there's people that are out there like this. Is it just a game to them? Do you think it's just a game to them, or are they just that fucking stupid?
I'm starting to think they're just that stupid. I think for some people it is a game, but for some people, I mean, you could physically see this African gooner really like a meerkat. You know, he's really trying to stand up tall. He's really trying to get his point across. He really believes all of this. You know, you have to understand. We have to understand the context. You have to understand the injuries. Then when you ask them, all right, like, give us something. Then why do we have to understand? Well, you know, when was the last time we got to a Champions League? I mean, they're acting like he is Arteta of Nazareth, bro. Honestly, it is sickening, bro. I'm in the chat saying, how long have you been with Arteta? That was probably about as bad as I got as a mod. I had to control myself. Let me take a touch. Let me back up. This ain't my channel. But it's absolutely outrageous. Like I said, I can't be more respectful than saying that they're enablers, bro. You're apologists. Do you know what I'm saying? And what has this guy done to get all of that credit? What has he done to get all of that, to have grown men arguing like this, arguing for the brand, arguing for the business? We're not shareholders. Aaron's just told you he spent 1,500 quid buying his season ticket, and you're telling him that he needs to worry about the business. Like, what is going on, people? Look. They're trying to shut us down, guys. They are trying to shut us down. Big up DJ Crane. Big up Hendo in the chat. Big up Hainsley. Since when on earth do we need to worry about the business side of things? Are we accountants? Are we customers? Do you hear people at Primark saying, well, you're not worrying about our business? We didn't do very well last quarter. Like, we don't give a shit. What have you got on sale? Hearing grown men, like I said, I can't get any more respectful. I can't get any more respectful, guys. You're literally making excuses for him. You've got people in the chat. Arteta's a G. I don't care what anyone says. For what? We play horrible football. Big up Like Thief. Big up BVB. We play horrible football, guys. You got man like Troops falling asleep on watch-alongs, bro. Curtis jokes about it all the time. The cure for insomnia. Put on the Arsenal game. This season, the season just finished.
Apologies, people. Internet
No worries, technicals, no worries. The show will go on.
The show goes on.
It's an emergency.
It's the mutants, man. It's the mutants all day long.
I told you, lot, Skynet. If you know anything about the Terminator, bro, the AI is trying to get us, guys. Skynet. Do you know what I'm saying? But we're here. We'll
never leave you. We will never leave you. We will absolutely never leave you. But sorry, someone saying, Adrian Metcalf, Arsenal, do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Get rid of Arteta and you'll win a trophy. It's not rocket science. Listen, big up to you, Adrian. I don't know if I've seen you around before, and if I have, and I haven't called you out, I do apologize. Chris Gale's in the house as well, absolute legend. KLS saying, Shane, oh sorry, this is the word. And when I started bugging out, yeah, listen, I'm glad that that because it's mind-boggling sometimes when you're listening to them. It is mind-boggling, and I know I don't want to keep harping back to them, but this is what the meeting's for, and it's gotten out of control in my eyes. You know, the stuff that they say, and it be like, and I go back to it when you have Pincus and all these people with these massive followings talking this shit. People believe it, man. They believe it. They believe everything's fine. Your man saying, "Oh, yeah, you have to understand that it's a business." Okay, but it's a business for every other team that won this year. Every other team in the world that won, it's a business for them. It's bollocks, and we're spending a bucket load of money. A bucket load of money. We're just spending it on shit.
Yeah. The other teams can get it right, Shane. The other teams can get it right, but we can't get it right. So in the world of business, you know, if it was musical chairs, we can't sit down. So then we'd be out, wouldn't we? Do you know what I'm saying? You know, business ain't black and white. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's the most cutthroat thing in the world is business. You know?
Yeah.
Why can't we ever get it right, bro? Everyone else can get it right. Like I said, if it's musical chairs, we can't sit down. Just like with the trophies that got handed out this season. But go on, bro.
Yeah. But listen, like I had to go through a stream the other day with fucking Moneypenny and Semiu.
Oh my,
you know what I mean? So I had to listen to the two of them, and as painful as it was, it needs to be done. But basically, what they were saying was that everybody else is wrong, right? But the way they worded it, like they were trying to be sympathetic. But if you look at the subtext, it was the people that question us. It's just that they're too stupid to understand what we're saying. They didn't say it in those words, but you could see that that's what they were aiming at. So it was so condescending as well. It was so condescending. And today we had to take a look at that fucking Rory talks bollocks as well, man. You know what I mean? With his fucking, it's just so many of them out there. There's so many of them out there that it was just, you know, and your man Rory talks bollocks like with his big Kermit the Frog head in him, and you have to listen to him talking about, you know, what's good for Arsenal and what's good for football. And the chap doesn't have a fucking clue. Hendo's in the house saying good evening, Shane, views and all in the chat. Thank God you were streaming, had to escape Arteta sexual dribble spouting on African Gooner and Deluded show. Aaron cooked them big time. Yeah, that's why we did this, Hendo. That's why we did this, is we were watching it, and I text views and said, you're watching this shit. And we were just both going, I can't do it. We had to click out of it. So we said, we'll just have our own stream and get it off our chest, because as Aaron was giving it to them, but you can see the difference. Aaron's talking sense, hitting them with facts. This is why this happened. This is why that happened. What about this manager doing that? What about, but context and, you know, injuries and it's a business, and Havertz could have been our greatest ever signing. And, you know, Hendo, listen, man, I'm glad you came over, and to everybody who came over, it means the world. Just make sure you're smashing the likes. But views, man, there was something I wanted to show you here that I have. I just want to pull it up. Where's it gone? I don't know if I showed you this before, but this is the type of crap that we are dealing with. All I see is, I don't know if I've shown you this before, right? All I see are facts. I did, didn't I? Over 100 goals, right? Yeah. Over 100 goals, 86 goals. So even when they don't have facts, they just make them up. They just make them up, and people believe it. So it is just literally like the Sun newspaper. It's sensationalism, and it's bollocks, man.
It's a cult. It's a cult, bro. It's a cult. Like, let's keep everyone happy. And Aaron said it perfectly. Let's just put the smile on your faces. Vibes. They're trying to make a big deal out of getting to a semi-final and not getting to the final, at least. You know, just, I don't know, man. Like, everything's a big deal when it's not. You're literally grasping at straws. It's like saying, oh, well, you know, he don't drink anymore, so I'm not going to get slapped. Like, and I keep saying I don't promote that kind of thing, but I need to make the example. That's what it's like you're saying to me. You know, oh, you know, he was bad, but he's not anymore. Or he did do this, but he don't do it anymore. You're just enablers. That's all. You're just apologists. I saw something on X, the same place that these AI bots seem to hang out, right? And it was Pep Guardiola talking about, if I was at Real Madrid or Barca, they would have sacked me for the season I've just had. Getting to a final and finishing in the Champions League spots after just doing a 4-peat, by the way.
Yeah,
you know, with all the credit in the bank that he's got, that's what he's coming out and saying. But it's all right for our guy to just be a failure, a nearly man. But it's so good when Berta's got all of the expertise in the CV, but there's no energy for Arteta. That's like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not good enough when it's Gareth Southgate. It's not good enough when it's Southgate never winning anything. But it's all right when it's Arteta. Like, make it make sense. How long have you guys been with him? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
And
if this,
wasn't Semiu a fervent Southgate out, wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure he was. I know Robbie was.
Robbie was,
Robbie,
and so I'm pretty sure Semiu was as well. The man that just insists on fucking Arteta. He wanted to say, "Oh, Bongo, let's get rid of Southgate."
You and you don't know
Bongo. Fucking hell, man. You know, I mean that's a great point, views, because they do have double standards. They will say it. They'll slag other people off. Oh, like Robbie putting up, Amarin is a fraud. That was the thing he put up. Amarin is a fraud. The one word that we use for Arteta all the time, that he's a fraud. Amarin, who's in the job 6 months, is a fraud. He's figured him out in 6 months. Figured him out in 6 months, man. But of course, Arteta, 5.5 years later, absolute shambles. Oh, you know, welcome to transfer. I don't do it the way you do.
That's what he did, bro. I saw him. Like I said to you the other day, that was the first day I had to just say not interested on YouTube, man. Don't show me this stuff anymore. I can't take it. It's not good for my mental, man. Good evening, like thief. Big yourself up, man. Big yourself up.
Yeah, I love your impression. I
think he might have changed the words. First it was hi and welcome to Transfer Daily. But I don't know. I think he might have changed the words, man. Or he might even start with an advert now about car insurance, or do you know what I'm saying? Who knows what he's peddling over there? Do you know what I mean? But
does he have I think Lee showed me that he has the where you can get you some website that you go on and you get him to wish you a happy birthday or whatever, you pay like 30 quid.
Okay.
He's on that. He's on one of those things, man.
My god!
And I said, "Oh no, I know you're messing me," and he said, "No, really," and he showed me.
No,
he's not messing. He's not messing. No, you go, "Oh, welcome to happy birthday." Who's going to pay for that, man?
Wiggles, happy birthday!
You can get all of them to do it, man. I'm sure they know. I'm sure we get all of them to do it. Each one of them would happily do that, man. Look, African Gooners game. Who will we relegate out of it to get in? If people want to put it in the chat, we're going to have to put African Gooner in it. He's want rid of Semiu, Robbie, Igal, Pincus.
It's so hard, man. It's so hard.
Money Penny, but no, Babs is staying. Do you see the Babs picture there? Do you see the face on him, right?
Yeah.
When I was putting that out, I didn't even exaggerate the roundness of it. No, I didn't exactly. I literally just went exactly around the head. That's the way it came out. It was just perfectly round.
No, it looks like Shane. Hold on, I can't even get it. You know, like the moon emoji. You remember the old moon?
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Yeah, like the old fucking creepy black and white films on the moon would smile and all.
Oh my god!
David Attenborough.
And we have to listen to this Gooner because this Gooner is from
Oh, these fucking guys, man. I swear to God, I'm glad I'm laughing now because I was genuinely enraged watching that.
Yeah, no,
genuinely annoyed.
I literally had to just say, turn it off, go downstairs, get some fresh air, take a touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was, painful. So it's good that we can now have a little laugh because that was genuinely enraging, bro. Enraging. Do you know what I mean? Just grown men. I don't know what they're saying. Sorry, just because this whole myth, like, look where, like, Mikel of Nazareth has come and split the bloody ocean, for God's sake, bro. Look at what we're doing. What are we doing now? He's been here for 5.5 years. You've had 2 good seasons out of that time, and you didn't win nothing except for the first FA Cup when you first got in it. Now you've got your team, and now we're maybe even worse off than we was if you look at the wage bill and stuff like that. So we've got every right to say, what on earth is this crap? Like when we're expecting you to throw the sink at things and you're putting on defenders and worried about not losing, you know what I'm saying? Like rather than going for the win, we've got every right to question that and say, what on earth are you doing? Do you not know where we're at?
And when you say we've gone backwards, we've gone massively backwards. We're worse off than when he came in. We are worse off than when we came in. I've said it before. Yes, we had overpaid players, but the 2 overpaid players were Aubameyang and Ozil. The 2 overpaid players were a golden boot winner and a World Cup winner. Yeah, Ozil had he was dross a lot of games, but he had a magic touch, man. He could pull something out of the bag. Odegaard can't do that, right? We could have got rid of him, fine. But we had Aubameyang, we had Lacazette, we had young Saka, we had Xhaka was still there, we had Martinez, we had Tierney, we had, you know what I mean, and a lot of good young players. But this manager, man, he's just come in and he got rid of every last one of them. Man. Someone put up in my chat today that I think 9 of Arteta's signings out of the 32 or whatever have been City and Chelsea rejects. 9 of them have been City and Chelsea rejects. And I said, and as I said on it, none of them have worked out. Not one of them has worked out. There's not one of them he's got a reject yet that's worked out, and he keeps doing it. He never learns from his mistakes. He keeps doing the same things over and over and over again. And these guys gas him up like he's the fucking second coming, man. Top, so I said Arteta's second again. He's now the second longest serving manager in the Premier League after Thomas Frank's departure from Brentford. 5 years and 5 months. Yep. And he's won 1 FA Cup, which he won with Emery's team. And we're still meant to be gassing this guy up. It's fucking staggering. It's absolutely staggering. ACDC's an SNL guys, big up. Fraudetta, the most protected failure in football history. AFTV, Arteta, Fan TV, Robbie, the propaganda minister.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, ACDC. That's exactly it. This guy is being protected like no one I've ever seen before. I've never, ever seen a manager disprotected. I've never seen a player disprotected. Nothing. I don't get it. And it's not just by our fan base. It's by the fucking media as well. The media protect him. I've never seen the likes of it. I've never seen the likes of it before, and I don't understand it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, man.
Sorry, Shane. Yeah, I said on the intervention today, and I showed quickly on Sky Sports News, the article that they put up talking about Liverpool strengthening from a position of strength. You see how they'd put that kind of stuff out, but they'll never put out anything critical or they don't want to put too much pressure on Arteta. But with Liverpool, they will say the right things, do the right things. But with us, it's no, let's cover it up. Let's cover it up. So when people, it's like you said before, people in the group chat saying, no, keep him. You know it's bad then. And the media's doing it as well. You're absolutely right, man. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Gianni says, big up views and the Irish legend, my guy Shane. Arteta out, top owners out. Big up, Gianni, absolute legend, man. You're always in the chat. You're always supporting. Absolute legend.
Big up.
If Pedri's the best midfielder in the world, there's a opinion. I think it's Pedri. I do think it's Pedri. I have to say. I think at the moment he is. But Wirtz is up there with him. Apparently, you were saying about, like, they're saying that Liverpool's coming from a point of strength. I think it's that Well-Beast goon, you know, the guy that's always putting up the fake transfer rumors and all on Twitter and stuff, or X and stuff like that. I think he said, Liverpool have ruined the transfer window. Like, are you a fucking teenager in the schoolyard trying to find any reason to slag your mates for the teenage sport? That's the stuff you used to come up with when you're about 12, man. Big up Vigilante saying, big up chat, smash the likes and help views increasing them. Come on, man. That's it. That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do over here. Arsenal being the last 20 years, it should have won a coulda club. And it's going to continue for another 20 years until these Arteta sessions wake the fuck up. The thing is, Spooko, big up Spooko for coming in, man. You're always in. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They will enjoy the next 20 years because they'll get all the new merch. They'll make their little videos. They'll take pictures at the Emirates and stuff like that. They don't care if we don't win anything ever again. In fact, I think a vast majority of them now get off on sticking up for this guy because they know they're wrong, because it makes them feel like the big man at the party who's doing the opposite to everybody else. I think they get off on it, man. You can see it. That's why Christian and Igal they smirk after they say stuff. We don't smirk after we give them facts. I never see Aaron smirking or Lee smirking or Northside or you or me smirking after we hit them with a fact. Yeah. They just drop their little fucking pathetic bombs and then they smirk because they're just trying to be antagonistic. They're trying to be antagonistic, and it works to an extent. It works to an extent. Gianni was brilliant on Aaron's show. Yeah, Gianni was fucking spitting absolute facts on that show. Absolute facts. Swooker says North London Forever was created to rival other clubs and that big pre-game atmosphere, and it doesn't come close. Always the wannabes. Yeah, that was Arteta. That was Arteta came up with that, and you can't create something like that. Has to happen naturally. It has to happen naturally. It's like coming and going when we sign a new player. All the top gooners on Twitter back and forth, and how can we come up with a great song? Well, that's a great idea. Let's use that. Some player makes his debut and there's a song for him. You have to earn a fucking song. You know, you just get a song. So these guys get their wage quadrupled, and they have a song, and they just think, well, that's it. I've made it now. I don't have to bother anymore. I don't have to bother. I don't have to win these guys over. It is so embarrassing. 13. It fucking is, man. This club is embarrassing. Seems those club perks are worth selling your soul over for some. Yeah, Harry Semiu, man. That guy great is thing. Him. Fucking Moneypenny. On Sky Sports the other day talking absolute waffle. And I put up a reply on Instagram saying that it's so sad that this upper class failed actor is a spokesperson for our club, and someone, why aren't you a spokesperson for the club or something like that?
Because we ain't doubling, that's what
he is as well. They don't want us as people for the club because we fucking tell them like it is. We're not going to brown nose the media and say, oh, my colour chart and all that shit, man. I mean, these guys, man, there's too many of them, views. There's too many of them out there.
And that's a great point that 30 Next has made and you made as well, because it's all about the perks. And you were showing me the pictures, you know, from Day.Young, you know, little industry plants getting all of the pictures, all the interviews, all the followers on socials, all the money and everything that goes with it. They don't care what Arsenal's actually doing on the pitch. They don't care that we're literally, you know, the new Towie or the only way Tower, the only way is Arsenal, for God's sake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care that we're turning into a joke because they're getting all the perks. They're allowed in, they're getting interviews, they're having pictures with players, you know, they're getting handshakes with the gaffer, jizzing in their pants. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's and this is what it is. They want to play. They're playing the game, Shane. They're playing the game.
But this is the problem, though. They're doing it at the expense of my club. Go do it for something else. Stay out of football. If you want to, they would. If God came down to them and said, "Look, I can get you much more successful, but it has to be, you know, I don't know, you have to be a YouTuber representing, I don't know, K-pop or something like that." They go, "Yeah, whatever. Once I'm more famous, I don't care. Once I'm more famous, I don't care." So they're climbing over the back of my club, and to like we've said before, if we could quadruple our subs in 2 weeks if we went down that road, very fucking easily. Fucking Luca has 7,500 subscribers. That chap's a gimp. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like you can get them if you want them. You can get them if you want them. You know what I mean? It's easy enough to do.
Yeah,
it's easy enough to do. And big up Michelle Ellis in the house, man. Gotta love Michelle Ellis. She's been coming in recently. And William Battersby the third saying, "Hey Shane, serious question. Why are you bothered on what other fans say, mate? Who cares what those mutants say?" It's because of what we just said, mate. Because there's so many subscribers to these channels, and if they're getting the word out to the masses, who are then saying that everything's fine with my club, and it's not, and the board would act if AFTV turned around tomorrow and said, "That's it, no, we've decided Arteta's shit, we want him out," he'd be sacked within weeks. And that might sound like an exaggeration. He would be sacked within weeks because the vast majority of the crowd would turn on what they say. So I'm not bothered by what they say. It's damaging my club. You know, it gets to me sometimes. Yes, it does. I get wound up, but I'm not losing sleep over it, if that's what you mean. Like these people are nothing to me. I just need to fucking discredit them, and Views needs to discredit them, and Aaron wants to discredit them, and it's nothing to do with them personally. I don't know any of them really. But I've been on streams with a gal, and he is rude, so he's fair game in my book. But it's because they're damaging to our club, mate. They're damaging to our club. They're telling everybody everything's fine, and it's not. It's not fine. This manager's a fraud. They're keeping him in a job, is what I'm saying. And they're not Arsenal fans. They're Arteta fans. Views?
And if I can just add to that, Shane, if they can have a platform and spew their nonsense, why can't we? If they can have a platform and thousands of people that listen to them, why can't we? Yeah, and that's it. That's it. Because I'm not in their chat. Because when you actually try and have a dialogue with them, it's the same. You can't talk to these guys. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know football. We don't know what context means. Cool. That's what you lot can say about us. Whereas we say you guys are enablers. You know, you guys are apologists. You guys are cultists. You support the manager more than you support the club. If you can have a platform, why can't we? Yeah. Because there's two type of people in the world. There's one that's going to see something happening and ignore it, maybe get their phone out. And there's another guy that's going to go and help them, innit? Yeah. And there's a place for everyone. If them lot can have their spot and all of these people following them, it's like that scene in Lord of the Rings. I forget what the guy's name. No, he's all crimpled in the chair. He's all under a spell and mash up. And the guy next to him saying, "No, he's all right, mate. He's all right." Well, hold on. He's not all right. No, he's all right. He's all right. I swear he's all right. He's not flipping all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on. And if you guys can have a platform, why can't we? That's what I will say.
And the thing is, as well, and the big difference is that I talk to Views on the phone and I message him. I talk to Aaron on the phone and I message him. I talk to Lee on the phone and I message him. Carl, Rashid. I know straight away that these guys are real fans. These guys aren't real fans. So even when we're saying that they have a platform, and Views rightly says, "Why can't we?" They're not real fans. And you can say, "Oh, well, you can't say that about them. You don't know them." They're not real fans, man. If they were real fans, they wouldn't take what's going on. They wouldn't be happy with this. They've moved over into Arteta fans. And then there's the other side of them, the far ones like the Semio and stuff like that. that they're just content creators and they will do anything. You look at Terry Flowers, man, he's not even an Arsenal fan, and he flogs our club to bits for views and stream.
And the other guy, what's his name? Henry talks bollocks as well, bro. The other guy,
he's a twat as well, man. He does it as well. He's a Tottenham fan, and he rides our club into the sunset. Fucking Robbie's a Luton fan. Pincus is a QPR fan who wears a Tottenham scarf.
A scarf.
You know what I mean? And he's got 2 other clubs' jerseys on before he hits 23. So that's my big issue with them, that they are Arteta fans and not Arsenal fans, and they're using this club as a platform for their own greasy fucking attempts at making it in. Why is it that the ones on that side all make appearances on Talk Sport and Sky Sports and stuff like that? Number one, they wouldn't have us on it. I understand that because we're too opinionated. But that's their aim. That's their aim. That is their. If like I have repeated again, if God came out to them and said, "Look, you can end up being a Sky Sports presenter, the most famous presenter in the world, but Arsenal have to get relegated," they go, "Do it now. Do it now. I don't give a shit." Once I get what I want, where we're the other way around. If I had to shut this channel down, if it meant Arsenal getting rid of Arteta, I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Man. I would do it in a heartbeat. 35 likes, AJ says. I'm not near the end of the chat yet. That better be close to 50 people. Come on. You know, we need to get up to 50. 60 is in the house. Make sure that you are subscribing to views as well, and make sure you're smashing the likes. And if you're not subscribing to me, please do. If you like what you hear. If you don't subscribe. No one is forcing you. That fucking tifo, listen, man. I always use that in the background of like the Top Gooner songs and stuff like that, because to me, that tifo, right, it represents everything that is that's wrong with this club. Cheap, you know, you only have to pull it back a little bit to see how bad it is. It was everything that's wrong with us, man. And it was like, apparently they turned down the fucking Ashburn Armies one that they'd spent 10 grand or something on, didn't they?
Yep. For that. And just like I said to you, Shane, you know, I told you, you know, I done the quarter final. Why are we not penciled in for the semi? Because that's how much they care, guys. With a bent teeth,
they do.
They knew, bro. They that was our final, guys. And the way that the fans act about it, you would have thought we actually won something that day. I'm telling you that right now. Big up Rashid every time, bro. Big up. You would have thought
Rashid, if you want to jump on, let me know, man. I'll send you a link, buddy. And yeah, make sure you're subscribing to Rashid as well. I'm pretty sure, of course he has. Of course
he's hit the 1K. Let's go as well, man. Congratulations, both Shane.
Oh, he got to the 1K, did he?
Yeah, man. Both you and Rashid, very close.
Rashid, come on,
man.
The real ones are climbing, man. The real ones are climbing.
Fanta Lemon.
Sorry, viewers. I could have crossed you there, mate. I saw Rashid in the house. I had to give him a shout out, man. Mr. Waffle's in the house as well. Big up, Mr. Waffle. And 3VH says, big up Shane. If we actually get a striker, our wage bill will look insane with Jesus 29 and the new player. The shit players need to go. Yeah, and listen, like if we get Sesko and he turns out to be the dud that a lot of us think he will be, we'll have 3 duds on, let's say, 750,000 a week, I'd say.
Yeah, 700.
And that's Sesko only gets 200. Yeah,
that's if he only gets 200. And forget about Thomas Partey on 250, Odegaard on 240, Rice on 240, Martinelli on 180. I mean, the list goes on. You know, Gabriel's now gone to 180. I mean, I don't know why he's getting undercut.
He's got 2 or 3 fucking. He's getting undercut. Martinelli's got 2 or 3 pay rises for doing absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
I went through Villa's wages today. The highest paid player's on 150 grand. The highest paid player at the club, Tillemans, is on 150 grand. I mean, Marino's nearly on that with us.
Tommy Yasu's on what, 110 or something, and we don't even know where he is.
The chat's just a walking injury. Like.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's lost injury. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, political correctness on that. But yeah, he's missing. Let's just put it that way. He's missing.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I Michelle says, I can't stand the guy. I end up leaving if he's on the stream. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people say that, but unfortunately, more people tune in. It's like driving past a car wreck. You know what I mean? You know you shouldn't look, but you do. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. A lot of people, it's Jerry Springer settings. That's why I always say that he is the guy that comes out, I've been sleeping with the 2 sisters, and then it kicks off. That's all he's there for. He's just there for entertainment. He's a Jerry Springer prop. I do think every time he's on a stream, that if it's Lee or Dan, whoever's hosting at the end, they should go, here's my final thought. And that, you know what I mean?
What's that Harry? Is it Harry Hill? When he, you know, with the fight, do you know what I mean? And the ketchup comes out and fights the bloody mayo or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it reminds me of every time, bro.
Here's my final thought. Big up AJ saying views, big facts, man. Views only spits facts. He only speaks facts. Mr. Waffles is big up Shane views in chat. Smash the likes up. Exactly. You do what Mr. Waffle says, man. You do what he says. And Vigilante's just saying, I saw that madness with Luca. Well, yeah, did you see that when he went on your? You've been fucking lying. You've been fucking making a fucking fake account. You've been fucking.
What did he say? He said, "I'm very clever," and the guy was like, "No, you're not." No, you're not.
And then he said, "And I'm not a beg. I never beg." What do you mean? That's what you're known for, man. You're known for coming in and saying, "I go live now." You know what I mean? I never self-promote. He said, "What?"
Bro, I needed this laugh though. I did, and I'm baking up. I'm baking up in it.
Oh, fuck me. We'll have to put on that rap song at some stage, I think.
Micolata, oh.
Micolata, put it in the chat if you want to hear the rap song again, people. Remember, Shane, you guys need a goal scorer, not a striker. Yeah, that's what the drunk guy said, wasn't it, to Dan Pods? We don't need a goal striker. And also, you don't need a goalkeeper, you need a preventer. Yeah. Fucking hell, man. We don't have a goalkeeper. We have an inverted left back who plays in goals.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
have an inverted left back.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy away from football, but fucking hell, his voice is so irritating. I don't know if he is a nice guy away from football, man. I don't know if he is a nice guy away from football.
I'm here, Bubbles.
He seems quite fucking rude. You want to know something? I'm not a nice guy. You want to be starting something? You want to know something? Fuck me, man, that guy.
You want to know something? You want to know something? You want to know something?
Bubbles,
come here.
We need to get. I'm saying we need to get proof of life. So anytime he's streaming, I need you guys to go into his chat. We need to get proof of life for Bubbles.
We need to know that Bubbles is all right. Yeah,
we need to know that Bubbles is all right, guys. Proof of life, guys. Yeah.
William Battersby said, Shane, what is the XG expected girlfriends and big fat bats? My prediction is he's got enough subscribers. He's probably got a bit of cash, man.
I'm gonna say he'll don't worry about that. He'll get someone will put up with it. Do you know what I mean? Because
someone will put up with that, man. Imagine having that fucking moon head growing over you, man. You know what I mean? That would be just sweating and all. Oh, is it good?
You could imagine him calling up. I can't even do it. I was about to. I can't even do it. Oh,
I'm coming. I'm coming.
It's not politically correct, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, like that scene in Armageddon with the cookie dinosaurs.
Yeah.
On our way down to the sacred garden.
Yeah, but he wouldn't. He'd be 1 or 2 bits in, and she'd go, "Where's the cracker gone?"
Why is the T-Rex missing the head? Crumbs and that. Do you know what I mean?
They said if it was Armageddon, it's him hurtling towards the earth at fucking whatever speed, man. The size.
I got a fan. Hey, I am. Hey. Oh man. Oh my god.
The face jackers and they were saying, "Why does that to stick with this false 9 trash?" Pep binned that when he signed Haaland, and City have gone from strength to strength since. But the usual Ted 3 years behind. He's always 3 years behind him. He can't figure it out, and then Pep's not so arrogant that he won't admit when he's wrong, so he'll move on and say, you know what, I got it wrong, which he has done. Next, you can always see from January on, he's going to use overlapping fullbacks again. He's going to push the wingers in and you play 3 attacking midfielders. He knows it's not working, so he's going to change it. Arteta will just, oh no, guys, I can't live in. You're right.
Why is the head of the T-Rex missing and he's just there chewing like? You're eating the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm done. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah. Liv Tyler's like, where are all the animal crackers?
No, like the Cookie Monster and Family Guy.
They're all cartoon characters, man. Because you have fucking. Well, I just want to share him now because his fucking zippy head, man. Do you remember Rainbow? Do you?
Yeah, Rainbow.
Do you remember Zippy?
Yeah.
Imagine if you gave Zippy a beard, man. If you gave Zippy a beard.
Did you?
I think the interest.
Oh, Bongo. Oh, I think there's interest in Rodrigo Bongo.
Oh I
You know what I
needed
mean?
this
His
laugh.
mouth opens and closes like Pac-Man. You know, discredit these cretins, man.
Oh,
That's what we're here for.
oh my God.
Oh.
Oh, I
Absolute
needed,
facts, guys. Come on. I don't even know what that's referring to, but I know
hey,
it's true.
you know
I
it's
know it's true.
facts.
The assembled, the legend is in there. It says it's all complete fiasco. This nonsense is all about egos. It takes a certain type of person who buys and runs a club properly. Then there are money pennies who buy a club with no plan. Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
gotta
but
get a
the
grip.
assembled
Sorry.
is.
Sorry.
Yeah, we need to. We're losing it here, people.
Losing
We're
it. I'm
losing it.
losing it, bro.
Okay, we came in angry, man. We came in all guns blazing, and now we can't control ourselves. We apologize. We're actually professionals. We're total professionals, man. We just had a bit of a slip. No.
Oh, this is what we got to do. We got to laugh or cry. If you support Arsenal,
yeah.
you got to laugh.
Well, I'm crying laughing now. So, but the chat are loving it. That's
So
yeah, no, the assembled. You're right. The certain owners come in, and you know by them. You know by certain owners who mean business. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we have Abramovich was the pinnacle of that. But let's just talk about that for a while. If a manager had, even if they won something next season, if you don't do it, you're binned off, man. And they kept winning, So when we're keeping our manager like this all the time, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. And again, I'll say it to you, its views, and I know we were going around in circles, but you have to try and rationalize this shit. And I've often said this: there's no other big club in the world that would run this way. None. Can you think of any? Even so-called, like Tottenham sack managers every 3 years, and they don't win shit. And then even when they do win, they sack a manager.
They're sacking managers, yeah. I'm not gonna say Ange. I ain't gonna say Ange, but Conte, Marino, you know, like they're sacking managers that we'd be begging for. Do you know what I'm saying? Winners. Do you know what I'm saying? Ange just won something. He's done something that a lot of the other managers over there can't do. Yes, he did lose 22 times in a row, but for all the enablers at Arsenal, they're still looking at it like, yeah, well, that ain't good. They never got second, did they? They got to get rid of Ange, even though they're in the champs like us, even though they're showing armpits, even though they had a parade, even though their European history dunks all over ours. I mean, like I said, man, enablers, apologists, you know, and they're an embarrassment to all of us good fine fellows that want to see the club do something. You know what I mean? Apart from come second, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And KLS says you can see their reaction. They take it so personally. If you slag Arteta, they can have them all they want, and I think that they're stupid and weird, but I'm not offended. And that's the thing, they take it personally. And Abuse always says they take it like you're slagging their dad or you're slagging their mum or something. And that's why we say that they've gone over they passed into the realms of delusion now, and they passed into the realms of being an Arteta fan and not an Arsenal fan.
So you said that.
Again, I've repeated myself. Do not be surprised if a small minority of them follow him wherever he goes. If he goes to Sociedad or something, they'll probably stay Arsenal fans, but they will check the Sociedad score every week to make sure that their Lord and Savior is doing well, man. Their Lord and Savior is doing well. They use Arsenal for their grift. Hendo, you know it, man. You know it. That's exactly what they do. It's a grift to them. It is a grift that they're trying to climb the ladder. Henry talks rubbish. Dick riding for your rivals. Wrong one. Couldn't have put a bet on myself with him. Could not have put a bet on myself. Yeah, the title, man. We just had to do it. I was going to go with the old the Last Supper thing, but no, I said we'll go through with we'll do it with, because we want this show to take off, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I am live now. You go live now. 13 likes. You go live.
You okay? That's probably on mine.
Yeah.
Big up.
Please subscribe. Yeah, big up, man. And there's Rashid's channel. Make sure you're subscribing to Rashid as well. William says Arsenal FC equals Disney World FC. Yeah, or as View says it, it's like the Big Brother house. It's like the Big Brother house.
Yeah, Petri dish, I call it now. Petri dish. Yeah. That's what we are. You know, who's got a year to waste of their life for another experiment, for another political coup? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this, bro? Sorry,
and would you be surprised if they did start a reality show where they follow the players home and stuff like that? I wouldn't be surprised. Day 15 in the Arsenal house.
Shane, I've already seen Gabrielle. Yeah, I come downstairs one day, I'm seeing the missus flicking through Amazon, and I'm seeing Gabrielle Magalhaes with his wife on some show talking about the footballers' wives, like veneers and hairline, bro. That's what it is. Reality shows, as you said, next season coming to a Emirates near you. The kiss cam is finally in effect, bro. The win
kiss cam, man. The kiss cam. If anyone does it in world football, it will be us. If anyone does a kiss cam, it will be us. Guaranteed, man. Guaranteed. And the first person that makes sure that they do it with will be 2 blokes or 2 women, just to show how. But no, I'm not being smart, but just to show how PC they are.
No. And big up all the LGBTQ.
Oh man, I love those guys, man.
HDMI PS5s, like Castillo says. You know what I mean? Big them all up.
If anything, they get the likes of Arsenal exploit them for their own needs to show how great they are. You know what I mean? That's the way this club works. 13 says, Shane, can you name one thing about the club that isn't embarrassing at the moment? Because I'm struggling to think of one. I can't really. You know what I mean? The constant merch. Arteta is just a walking embarrassment. Every press conference, he comes out with something that we have to defend, or used to defend. Years ago, I used to defend it because you in groups with your mates and like, oh, what's he said now? And you're like, oh shit, man, how do I fucking? So you're thinking like a top gooner, you know what I mean? Thinking like a top gooner. But now that I've just completely over the last couple of years just gone, right, I need this guy gone. I'm the first one to call him out on it, you know. But it's not just him. The club, the way they run, the stadium always emptying out with 10 minutes left. The crowds don't sting after 2 minutes, and it's just and it all feeds into one another. It's such a it is a needy club, man, and everything about it is embarrassing. I can't think of anything, mate. That's
he
not
knows
really
exactly what we need. Apparently, no, he does fuck. Yeah. Does he fuck?
I'll tell you, he knows exactly what. I always say this. He does know exactly what the top gooners need.
Yeah,
because he knows exactly what they need. He knows the excuses he can give them. He can bring up the top 6 table. He can bring up the most goals in the calendar year. He can bring up the most points in the calendar year. That's exactly what they need. So he does. He knows exactly what the top gooners need because he feeds them with his bollocks and they run with it, man. But big up the Suge, always supporting the channel. I see big up Shane Abuse. AFC now means Arteta FC. You couldn't have said it better, mate, because that is a fact. That is a fact. They've gone over onto that side of it now, and you can see by the way they defend them. People have said it like that they get wound up personally, and this is you know that's what's wrong with this majority of the fan base. And I've said I'll put up that graph before. I know it's only a survey, but we're the 3%, man. We're the 3%.
Yeah,
we're about 60% of them that are just there. 60% of them are African Gooner and that other guy that was on with
we're the cult. Yeah, we're the
cult. Yeah. That's the crazy thing, man. That's the crazy thing. It really is, man. It really is. I think I'm just getting to the part in the chat when we just couldn't keep ourselves together because everybody's just bursting laughing, man. That must have been when we couldn't keep ourselves together. Body Blue won't mind. He's soft. Yeah. I'm coming, Bonnie. She'd probably still turn him down, man. She'd probably still turn him down. He's not man enough for her. You want to know something? Come on. Oh, that's when we were doing Babs. It must have been we were doing Babs, so they were joking him.
You want to know something?
Oh, it's brilliant. I just want to get down there. Shane Views. Sushi roll. Brilliant. Where are we? William Battersby, the third again, says Moneypenny Defo used to get a sandwich stolen from him at lunchtime at school. The little drip. There's several of them that would. Moneypenny, without a doubt, did, man. You only have to see that slappable face on him, man, from his headshots. I'd say Babs did as well. I'd imagine Semiu. A lot of them. Anyone that sort of goes into reporting like that normally did, man, because they're just that job is basically being a rat, being a journalist. You know.
Yeah, Piers Morgan's son. He definitely got his lunch money taken, 100%.
Yep. Rodrigo, loving life with Alonso, top gooners. The transfer is imminent. Rabona, man, you know it, man. You're always in here spitting facts, and that's what they do. Rodrigo could come out, look at the camera, and go, "There is no way that I am leaving Madrid."
Yeah,
and then he'd go out the next day wearing like a white top with a little red trim on it, and they go, "Oh, he's joining Arsenal. He's joining Arsenal. Look, he's got red and white on. He's got red and white on, guys. He's joining us." There's no universe where that man would come and work under Arteta. None. You can fucking quote me on that, man. As a Spurs fan, Mohammed says it's weird to see fans selling their souls out to support a rival club like Liverpool supporting Man United or Everton. I mean, that never happens. Yeah, well, AFTV did it, and there was North London together and stuff like that when Spurs were playing City, and you know,
got Henry talks Arsenal. He does it. Spurs fan.
Yep. A big up Mark G's at house saying, big up Shane Views and the legends in the chat. And there is so many legends in the chat. There's 62 legends in the chat. So make sure you're smashing those likes and subscribing to my man Views. He knows exactly what we need. Those Arteta sexuals are hilarious. Yeah. But he does know what they need. He just doesn't know what the club needs. Yeah. He's clueless when it comes. Yeah, they want to have Arteta's babies. They do. They do. We'll check in on him actually in a minute, man. I didn't check in on him today. Oh, fucking hair clippers. Someone said that his new video looks like he's doing it from a gaff now, an actual gaff. So it must be back living with his parents.
Airbnb.
Yeah. Money Penny, Gunner Blog, and others. Failed actors. Yeah. Who long to have a stage where they're loved and their egos are managed. That's brilliant way. That's brilliant way to put it topside. I mean, failed actors will they have to be in showbiz, don't they? They have to be in front of a camera. They have to be liked. They have to be, I want to tread the boards, and that's what they do. So so not only is Arsenal their second love, even the career they've taken is their second love. So that means that because they failed in acting, Views, they will do anything to climb this ladder, even if it means selling their soul and stepping all over our club. What do you reckon on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's some people, like I said, Henry Wright, I'll keep saying his name. You support Spurs. Rory Jennings, he's another failed actor. He's another failed actor, Chelsea fan. So it's not just in the Arsenal, but there's loads more in the Arsenal camp. Loads more saturated. You know what I'm saying? All over the internet, all over social media. But yeah, failed actors. They want to be social media personalities, and it's a grift. It's money for them at the end of the day. Whereas for us, we're upset for the whole flipping week. Do you know what I'm saying? If we lose, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight people after how flat we were against PSG. But these guys, straight onto the camera, hi, Arsenal out, big horror titles, and you know what I'm saying, drama, trauma, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? All the crap that they do, bro. Grifting off of the club. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I think grift is the best term for it, isn't it? Because it is just a grift for them.
It's a grift.
It's just a grift, man. But this guy isn't a grifter, but he is just an embarrassment to the club. But I haven't checked in on him for a while. Let's see what he has.
Oh my God.
I think I saw that one. Oh, look, topless and everything, man. Topless and everything.
Lord. Oh Lord.
Let's see what he's saying about Sesko. We haven't even signed Sesko yet, but let's see what he has to say. Man. Can you play Mr. Waffles quits video? Yeah, I'll have to. I'll have to dig it out. It's in my emails. I'll have a look for it in a minute.
With him as our 9, we'll bring some trophies home. We've only got Havertz and Marino to play up front, so give him the green light, and he'll help us win a cup.
Oh.
Where do they find these people? I'm convinced Robbie Lyle and all them people at AFTV, they just go to all the nursing homes and all of the asylums, bro. And if you support Arsenal, they just put you in front of a camera. Where I can't.
We need to buy Sesko.
There's no life behind his eyes. I mean, he knows he's just selling his soul. He knows he's already tired of doing it, man. Grown man, by the way. That's in the chat. As a Chelsea fan, can confirm this is what Havertz up front can do to a man.
We need to buy Sesko. Give Sesko the green light. Because he's ready to blow with him as
he's ready to blow.
He's ready to blow. He's ready to blow. No tune.
How are Tottenham so shy? They lost 22 games in one season. Their future's not looking bright. Think they had a good year just from one night.
It's a trophy, you absolute clown. I mean,
doesn't that wrap up Arsenal? But we beat Real Madrid. But we beat Man City. Oh my!
Yeah. So they do it about one night all the time. They do it about one result, or and then they give it when they actually got a trophy, an actual trophy, man. Big love and respect to you guys. An entertaining Friday night. Listen, man, we had to come in. We were raging at the start. But we had to do. You promised us all a trip to the strip club once you had 1K drinks on you as well. No, I didn't. And you're always in here saying that that Lawrence beat me in that quiz, so you're definitely not involved. You're definitely not invited me. Shane, who was your first port of call on YouTube when you started to become Arteta out? Oh, I started it. I only started 4 months ago. And the first person had me on was Aaron, and then Views like 2 days later had me on. And then Carl, I think. But I just put up some pre-records, and then I was in chats and stuff like that. And in fact, Views was the first to invite me on. It's just that we did it like 3 days later, I think. And Aaron had me on then on his show. But yeah, it happened quite quickly. And then Lee heard me on Aaron's, and Lee put me on his. And then, yeah, that it just sort of snowballed from there. But so Aaron would have been the first. He had me on sort of a one-on-one I can't remember what match it was. It might have been pre-PSV or something like that, or along those lines. But yeah, that's how it happened. And then Views had me on for an Under the Lens, which gave me a chance to really talk about it. But yeah, it was quite quick. Who was the first? Were you doing pre-records first, Views, or did you go straight into lives?
I can't remember. I think I'd done pre-records to begin with, a couple, and I was just going live off the phone. So the moment I got to kind of 50 subs, I was just going live off the phone to begin with. Then obviously got the laptop. Then I got told, no, I'm only in phase 2 because I got to get like 10 screens and like, you know, Megamind behind the desk and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I started with pre-records. I'm trying to think who I might have even done anything first with. I can't really remember. It might have been Abs. It might have been Abs. I think I was on Hooks' channel. I was on Hooks' channel right at the beginning. All
right.
Yeah. And then it was just doing my own thing really, and then obviously just meet people along the way.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. But this is great. What we just said, Babs definitely didn't get his lunch money taken from him. Look at the size of the man. It's very true, actually. It's very true. He must have been taking other people's lunch money and doubling down on lunch, man. Tito was asking what have the top Gooners done now. Just that we were watching the Luda Gooners, and your man African Gooner and some other guy who I don't know was on with Aaron, and they were just talking such fucking dribble. Dribble that we were both getting wound up, and we said we just had to come on, get our anger out, and we did, and then now we're having a laugh. But it still annoys me. If I was to watch it again now, my
straight back to anger, mate.
that clip of that guy singing "We Have Super Mick Arteta tell me how to have his babies" had me wanting to throw away my phone. That he is unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable, and he gets such dogs abuse off everybody on Instagram. Oh yeah, it's just fun. It's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun.
He looks like he's being. He looks like there's someone forcing him to do it. You know, like they'll look to the corner of the room like he's under.
Yeah. You expect two lads of balaclavas there with guns pointing at him or something. Yeah. Rewind that. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. He's saying about he wants to blow her, so he's ready to blow. I think he's no shame whatsoever. Hanlon says this club moving Christy Brown. No, but yeah, well, I used him as a thumbnail before because I had my left foot and I had my left back with Arteta on it, and the five left back. One of the first thumbnails I did. No proper signings yet. Showing the world we are not a serious club anymore. Nope. And again, I've been through this, and to me, Views, I think that the reason that, and again, people say, "Oh, you're just finding any way to blame Arteta," but he is so laser focused on his only 2 players that we're not moving for anybody else. That's what it feels like to me. It has to be Sesko, Zubimendi, and he'll risk everything like he did last summer.
Like he did, exactly. And I said it on my channel plenty of times. You know, our club and our progression is now at the detriment of him because of his teachers' pets. You know, he knows exactly what we need. Oh, look at the culture he's built. He got rid of all the toxic players. Well, now we've got players that are not good enough on exorbitant money, and Havertz is going to be the reason we don't see this at the Emirates next season. You see what I'm saying? How about that? If anyone was happy about Sesko, or even last season wanted Sesko, Havertz is the reason that he's not at the Emirates right now. How about that? Yeah. You know, why is Cunha playing for Man United? Because he ain't going to come in and take over from Martin Snottergaard, is he? No, he ain't. So now, you know, Stoke tactics in 2025 and teachers' pets. Now we're at the detriment of whatever this guy's cooking up. You know what I mean? Kvaratskhelia, market opportunity. Didn't he say market opportunity? Marmouche, but we never get them. Even Gyökeres this season. All right, now they might have tried to put the price up a little bit, but even still, have all of your plans. That should have been wrapped up before they could even have done that. There you go. The generation is tapped. They're so easily swayed. It's like this ain't a boys' club. It ain't youth club. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't for grown men to turn up all wearing the same thing, doing synchronized dancing and that. It's not. It's a football club. You know what I mean? And the aim of football is to win and to win games and to lift trophies. It's not to get drunk with your pals. You can do that anywhere you want. Go to the Weatherspoons. Do you know what I'm saying? This is Arsenal Football Club. This is
You
Arsenal.
can see them like that. That's when you said that, I just pictured the new age hooligans, like one of those fucking musicals, you know, with fighting gangs where they go and each other like that.
You know, clicking and that, clicking.
And they're having dance-offs. They're having dance-offs instead of tearing it up.
It's like, I'm to fucking get out of here, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. Carol saying, bloody hell, Chad, please stop that. Listen, we have to play these top gooners, man. If we're going to roast them, sadly, sometimes we have to go into the Matrix. And I didn't go into one of the bads or anything like that because I just wanted to go into one of the ones that would actually just make us laugh. That would actually make us laugh. But listen, guys, I know that Aaron's going to go live soon, so we will redirect you there in about 5 minutes because we'll be coming up to an hour or sort of 10 then. We only want to come on and have an emergency stream, get our anger out and make ourselves feel better, and we did. And a lot of that has to do, if not all of it, has to do with you lot coming in and having a laugh with us, man. It's really made us feel better. I bet he's the cabaret act on a resort in Bali. That's probably what he is, man. That's probably what he is, and he just gets fucking rotten fruit thrown at him the whole time, man. With his hair clippers in his hand. KLS says, do they have this shit at other clubs? Are the United, Spurs, and Chelsea fans doing this? I don't really want to look for myself. There probably is, but there's nowhere near the amount. There's nowhere near the amount. We are definitely the zestiest fan base on the planet, man. And I'd easily say that. With the views, what do you reckon? There's definitely fans of other clubs doing it, but we're just everywhere you look. Everywhere. You look.
There's no presence online like an Arsenal presence. There's nothing that's going to get you a click faster than an Arsenal click, especially on the big platform. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. The media, you know, the rest of the internet, the whole world, rivals, everyone knows we're a banter club. While we've got guys like that saying, you know what, we have to understand this a business. I'm not a shareholder. We don't have to understand this a business. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, while we've got Shoreditch, you know, while we're a petri dish, while we've got plushies and dogs called Win, something we can't do. We're done for, guys. But yeah, you know, these guys, you know, like I said, we're the cult. We're the small minority of people that are trying to fight against the establishment, bro. So it's almost like we are the cult. Do you know what I'm saying? So buckle up, guys, man. Buckle up, guys, because we ain't going anywhere. Innit? We're not going anywhere.
It's only going to get worse on the other side. The more desperate they get, you can see it in them. They start like Arteta in his recent press conferences, just really starting to lose it. Ethan says, I'm a Chelsea fan. The only Chelsea YouTuber that speaks facts is Johnny Minerals. I've never heard of him, but it's a fucking great name, man.
Yeah,
that's a great
Minerals.
Name. Johnny Minerals. My name's Johnny Minerals. Geezer. You can just imagine. You can just imagine that Johnny Minerals walks like this.
Before too long, I was back to my old self. What girls? Hiya. Who I love? A couple of salts. What's up my street?
Right, you know Johnny Minerals moves like that, man. He has to with a name like that. Thought maybe hoped it's only our fan base. There are faint hopes the rest of humanity, but oh well. No, I think a United lad popped up on mine before. He was a fat nerd rapping or something like that. But the Arsenal is definitely drenched with them. We could outnumber anybody, man. We could outnumber.
Like I said, I know about that Chelsea guy Rory, but that's only because like I used to we used to knock about. You know what I'm saying? But he's always been a donut. Do you know what I mean? So he used to act. He used to go to that Sylvia Young, and he's a failed actor. And now and even Chelsea fans will tell you that it's not like he does videos on Chelsea. It's only usually when it's negative Chelsea spin. That's when he'll do videos on his own club. So that tells you everything, man. But they're not as bad as what we are. They're not as bad as what we are.
No. Well, we're swimming in them, man.
Yeah,
we are swimming in them. You don't like it because I even typed in when I found, I think it was the rap song. No, it wasn't. It was the I found that because I was trying to find the AI song that someone had put up that was going around at the time about the cult of Arteta, and I just typed in Arteta song, and that came. There was others that I could have clicked into. Then we have the rapper guy. I mean, it's streaming him hair clippers, lad. Rory's a melt. Yeah, man, he is a melt. I love that. I wish that we don't use that over here, melt. I think that's such a great. You see, because we can't say, because we say melt, so it's not the same. You need to say it like Jezza says. You fucking melt.
Melt.
Fucking melt.
You know what I mean? You melt. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love when Jezza says it. You fucking melt. And it's like, oh
melt.
man, that cuts to the bone, man. That cuts to the bone. Yeah. But yeah, Joe, I'm going to try and see if I can get this to work now. It should work this second. Hopefully it does.
Yeah, I should do it. I'll do it my end as well, just to make sure.
Yeah, I've done it there now. It should have come up. I don't know if I have to
I'll do it as well, because then if there is like 10 or 12 that's in mine or whatever, we'll send those over as well. So I will do that also.
Rory Jennings wanted Tuchel out after winning the UEFA Champions League, and if England win the World Cup, he's called Tuchel a legend. That guy's the greatest flip-flop of all time. There you go. He's a melt. He's a melt. We're getting a rap video, right? No, we don't have time, Topside. I'm sorry. I'll play it. Well, I'll be back tomorrow night for a full Irish supper. I haven't picked the time yet because I got a fucking stag tomorrow, so there'll be no full Irish breakfast and no fucking afternoon roast. I got Aaron's link ready to drop it. Yeah, please do. But I have tried to do what I was meant to do.
I've done it as well.
So make sure you go over and you say 4'9" raid. Go over to Aaron's and say 4'9" raid. I'll just type it in now. Head over to Aaron's. He's about to start the call-in show with 4'9" raid. Come on, people. You know you want to do it. But big up to everybody. Viewers, what have you got coming up, my man?
We'll be back tomorrow probably with the intervention. So, you just come and get more of the same. Come and get your rocks off. Come and have your say. More Under the Lenses next week. So watch out for those. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m.
Yeah. So big up to everybody who came in. The numbers are crazy again. Me and Views will be doing more of these down the line, but Tuesday night will be the main one now for now. As I said, I won't be here tomorrow morning. The first fucking full Irish I've missed in 44 or something like that, man. But it has to be done. I've got a stag to go to, and I have to leave at 9:30 in the morning to go go-karting. But so there'll be no full Irish and no afternoon roast, but I will have a stream tomorrow night at some point, but I'll put the link up about 2 hours beforehand. I'll put a post up. But the notification, you can hit it for the full Irish on Sunday, so make sure you do. And I will see you all. Make sure you go over to Aaron now and make sure you write 4'9" raid. 4'9" raid for Aaron the midget. And make sure you go over there and give him a good bollocking, man, because he loves it. And cheers to everybody for coming in. It was an absolute pleasure again. You've actually cheered me up, man. You've cheered me up.